Good day, Saxons. Khan Academy, average rate of change word problems. I got you covered. Let's take a look. Iram is sitting on the beach watching the tide go in and out. Their distance from the shoreline as a function of time is graphed. All right, let's take a look at that graph. So time is on the x-axis there. We got the shoreline distance on the y-axis there. What is the approximate average rate at which Iram's distance from the shoreline increases between the 9th and 13th hour marks? All right, let's just go to the 9th hour. There's the 9th hour. Okay, plot a point for the 9th hour on the graph. And then we go over to the 13th hour, over to here, when we follow that up and we plot that point. So really what we've got is we've got 9, 6, and we've got 13, 9. 13, 9. We could do, it says, what is the approximate average rate? Okay, so in other words, we're talking about the slope, okay? If you're familiar with y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, we're ready to do that. We've got those points. Or if you're like me, if you prefer to make a little table, our first x was 9, our first y was 6, our second x was 13, our second y was 9. Now we could just track the change in y over the change in x, another way to do slope. So the change in y is positive 3. The change in x is positive 4. So the change in y over the change in x is 3 over 4 over that time period. And that is, as a decimal, is 0.75. Let's take a look at the answer choices. And it looks like we're at choice A based on our work there. Let's pop it in. Boom. Let's take a look at another one. Next question. Andre has a glass tank that he would like to fill with marbles and water. Okay, whatever floats your boat. All right. W of M models the amount of water Andre needs if he uses M marbles. Okay, when we have function notation, we've got to label both letters individually. So it says that W is the water, okay? And M, what is M specifically? Needed in liters if he uses M marbles. Okay, so M is the marbles. All right. So, in other words, when there's 10 marbles, there's 36.5 liters of water. When there's 32 marbles, there's 28.8 liters of water, and so on. Okay, when does the necessary amount of water decrease faster? Between 10 and 32 or between 32 and 68? Decrease faster, that's code for slope, rate of change. All right, so let's see the rate of change for both. I'm going to clear the screen here so we could get focused. Okay, so this first interval, we've got, remember, slope is change in y over change in x. So let's take a look for the first interval. So it will label this as interval 1. So over the first interval, the change in y, why you got to do this to us, Khan Academy? That number is, if we do it on a calculator, 36.5 minus 28.8, 6.8, another 6.5, and another 1.2. Down, we're going down 7.7, and a calculator could tell you that. So the change in y is negative 7.7, and the change in x, luckily that's a little easier, plus 22 over 22. A calculator will tell us, I'm pulling up my own calculator right now, for negative 7.7. Oh, you know what? Let me use the Khan Academy calculator. All right, so you can see the work. Can we get this going? There we go. Let's move it over. Let's get it out of the way. Okay, so we've got negative 7.7. This is taking so long. Divided by 22. Enter. Okay, so negative 0.35 for the first situation. That's the slope. Okay, let's go to situation number 2, interval number 2. The change in y over the change in x equals, well, let's see. So now the change, ooh, that's a lot steeper, but so maybe the x changes a lot too. 28.8 minus